3:27 a.m., November 26, 1983. A chill cuts through the air as six armed men dressed in black breach the high-security vault of Brink's-Mat, a prominent British security services company located near London's Heathrow Airport. The robbers meet no resistance from the guards. It seems they were tipped off about this very night. What unfolds is an audacious crime that would leave the world stunned: the theft of 1,600 gold bars weighing over 3 tons worth, approximately $26 million then, or roughly $500 million today. It remains the largest unsolved gold heist in history. The Brink's-Mat robbery was not just a daring display of criminal prowess, it triggered a series of events that continue to reverberate through global finance and organized crime. This is the story of how one audacious heist became a financial curse, an enigma wrapped in mystery and intrigue. The six men were led by Brian the Colonel Reeder, an ex-paratrooper with connections to South American drug cartels. They had planned meticulously for months, surveying the targets, bribing guards, and gathering intel on Brink's-Mat's operations, all leading up to this fateful evening. As the criminals entered the vault, they discovered something beyond their wildest dreams, not only gold, but also uncut diamonds, cash, and even a Fabergé egg. They left no evidence behind, save for the gaping hole in Brink's-Mat's security, and an ominous silence about what had transpired within. The investigation began immediately, led by Detective Chief Superintendent John Huntley. Yet despite years of tireless work, interviews with countless suspects, and millions spent on forensics, the case remains unsolved. Over time, gold from the heist surfaced across Europe, the Middle East, and even as far away as South America, yet no definitive link to the stolen Brink's-Mat fortune has ever been established. In this series, The Money Trail, we delve deep into the labyrinthine world of hidden financial histories. We uncover the trail of the gold, its impact on international organized crime, and how it forever altered those unfortunate enough to have come into contact with it. The victims, the criminals, and the law enforcement officials tasked with solving one of history's most perplexing crimes. But first, we return to that fateful night when the world shifted on its axis, unleashing a financial curse that continues to haunt us all. On the evening of November 26, 1983, in the quiet London suburb of Heathrow, a group of six armed men carefully plotted their next move. Led by Brian Reeder, a career criminal, they had targeted the Brink's-Mat warehouse, a high-security facility known to hold large quantities of cash and precious metals for international transport. At approximately 6:40 p.m., the group approached the building, wearing masks and carrying an array of weapons. They gained entry by posing as police officers, claiming they were responding to a disturbance. Once inside, they encountered security guard Tony White, who was quickly overpowered and tied up in a bathroom. The robbers then made their way to the vault, which housed approximately 3,000 gold bars, worth an estimated $26 million at the time, along with large sums of cash and other valuables. They filled several bags with their ill-gotten gains before dousing the vault in gasoline, intending to destroy any evidence of their crime. However, things did not go according to plan. As they attempted to leave the premises, a fire alarm was triggered, alerting local authorities to the situation. The robbers fled the scene without setting fire to the vault, leaving behind a trove of stolen goods that would soon captivate the world. Within hours, news of the brazen heist spread like wildfire. Law enforcement agencies scrambled to piece together what had happened, while the criminal underworld buzzed with rumors and speculation about the identity of those responsible. As investigators delved deeper into the case, they discovered that this was no ordinary robbery. The Brink's-Mat heist marked a turning point in international organized crime, unleashing a financial curse that continues to reverberate through history. But who could have foreseen such far-reaching consequences on that fateful night in 1983? The story of the Brink's-Mat robbery is one of greed, violence, and deception, a cautionary tale about the dangers of tampering with forces beyond our control. And as we explore the twisted path of this stolen gold, we will uncover a hidden world where money reigns supreme and consequences are often left unpaid. The Brink's-Mat robbery is a story rooted in the seemingly mundane world of security companies, but it quickly escalates into something far more complex and sinister. At its heart lies the stolen gold, a glittering prize that would set off a chain reaction of events, forever altering the lives of those who sought to possess it. To understand the true power of this gold, we must first delve into its origin. Brink's-Mat was a subsidiary of the Brinks Company, an American firm specializing in armored transport, security services, and cash management. In 1983, their UK operation, situated at Heathrow Airport, became the target of one of the most notorious heists in British history. On November 26th, a group of six men, led by career criminal Brian Robinson and including accomplice Mickey McAvoy, broke into the Brink's-Mat vault. They were expecting to find $3 million in cash. Instead, they discovered a treasure trove of gold bullion, diamonds, and cash worth approximately $26 million, an unimaginable fortune that would fuel their dreams of wealth and power. The gold alone accounted for nearly 7,000 bars, weighing over 3 tons. Its origin can be traced back to the South African mines, where it was extracted, refined, and eventually transported to London for storage in Brink's-Mat's high-security vault. This gold, a symbol of wealth and prosperity, would soon become a curse for those who dared to steal it. Unbeknownst to the robbers, their actions that fateful night had set them on a collision course with forces beyond their control, a hidden world of crime syndicates, money laundering, and ruthless power struggles. As we follow the trail of the stolen gold, we will uncover the devastating impact it had on the lives of all involved, as well as the far-reaching consequences that continue to reverberate throughout society today. This is the story of the Brinks-Mat robbery, a tale of greed, violence, and deception, a cautionary reminder of the dangers inherent in tampering with forces beyond our control. And as we delve deeper into this hidden world of money and power, we will come face to face with the harsh reality that, even today, consequences remain unpaid. The Brinks-Mat heist was a turning point in British criminal history, not just for its audacity, but also for the sheer amount of gold involved. 68 gold bars worth approximately £26 million at today's rates. But who were the men behind this daring robbery, and what connections did they have to organized crime? The investigation soon focused on a group of 6 suspects led by Brian Reader, an experienced criminal with links to major London crime syndicates. Reader had served time for armed robberies in the past and was no stranger to high-stakes heists. His associates included Terry Perkins, John Kenneth Owen, Donald Crowley, and Thomas Stevens, all career criminals with extensive rap sheets. The 6th man, Mickey McAvoy, was a young boxing promoter who had fallen on hard times and was heavily in debt. He would later claim that he was coerced into participating in the robbery. As the police dug deeper, they discovered that these men were far from amateurs when it came to planning and executing complex crimes. They had meticulously studied the layout of the Brinks-Mat depot, identified weaknesses in its security systems, and rehearsed their moves like a well-oiled machine. On the day of the robbery, they arrived at the scene dressed as police officers, convincing the security guards to let them inside. Once there, they overpowered the guards, doused them with gasoline, and threatened to set them alight unless they revealed the location of the vault. But what happened after the robbers made off with their loot? This is where things start to get murky. While some of the gold was eventually recovered, much of it vanished without a trace. Rumors began to circulate that the robbery had been an inside job orchestrated by elements within the British security services as part of a larger operation to fund covert operations abroad. Others speculated that the gold had been melted down and recast into untraceable bullion, then secretly sold on the international market. As investigators followed the money trail, they found themselves drawn into a web of intrigue involving not only organized crime, but also corrupt officials, shady businessmen, and even foreign governments. And at the heart of it all was the question, who really benefited from the Brinks-Mat robbery? In our next segment, we'll explore the shadowy world of gold smuggling and money laundering, as well as the devastating impact that the Brinks-Mat curse has had on those unfortunate enough to have been caught in its path. The Brinks-Mat curse, as it came to be known, is a chilling tale of misfortune, death, and destruction that has haunted those involved in the infamous heist for decades. This wasn't just bad luck. Many believed that the gold itself was cursed, bringing ruin to anyone who dared to possess it. In the years following the robbery, a staggering series of misfortunes began to unfold. Key players in the crime started meeting untimely ends, often in violent circumstances. Mickey McAvoy, one of the 6 men convicted for the heist, saw his life spiral into chaos as he was sentenced to 25 years in prison. His wife, Diana, who played a crucial role in laundering the stolen gold, was also given a lengthy prison term and died by suicide while on bail. But the curse didn't just claim the lives of those directly involved in the robbery. It seemed to reach out and ensnare anyone who came into contact with the cursed gold. Anthony White, a police officer who investigated the case, was gunned down in his car in 1984, just 2 years after the robbery. His murder remains unsolved. The Brinks-Mat gold also left a trail of destruction in its wake as it passed through the hands of various underworld figures and corrupt officials. One such individual was Robert McKinnon, a Scottish businessman who became embroiled in the case when he agreed to sell some of the stolen gold to an undercover police officer. McKinnon was later convicted of VAT fraud and died in a mysterious boating accident in 1993. Even foreign governments were not immune to the curse's reach. In the late 1980s, it emerged that large quantities of the stolen gold had been smuggled into Switzerland and used to finance illegal arms deals with Middle Eastern regimes. The scandal, known as the Iran-Contra affair, led to several high-profile resignations and a major diplomatic crisis. As we delve deeper into the shadowy world of gold smuggling and money laundering, it's clear that the Brinks-Mat robbery was more than just a crime. It was a catalyst for a chain reaction of misfortune and destruction that continues to reverberate to this day. The question remains, who truly benefited from the stolen gold, and at what cost? After the Brinks-Mat heist, the UK's gold market and security industry faced unprecedented challenges. The robbery exposed critical flaws in the country's armored car systems and precious metal trading regulations. In response, substantial changes were implemented to prevent similar crimes from happening again. The gold market was hit hardest by the Brinks-Mat robbery. Gold prices plummeted as a direct result of the stolen gold flooding the black market. The London Bullion Market Association and other regulatory bodies struggled to control the sudden surge in unlawful gold trading. Fearful investors pulled out of the market, causing further decline in gold prices. The LBMA introduced stricter regulations for gold trading, including mandatory identification checks for all transactions and stringent monitoring of gold shipments. These measures aimed to curb illegal activities and restore confidence in the gold market. However, the scars left by the Brinksmat robbery lingered, making it difficult to revive the once thriving industry. The security sector also underwent significant transformations after the heist. The Brinksmat robbery unveiled the vulnerabilities in armored car services and their procedures, leading to heightened security measures across the board. Companies like Securicorp and Group 4 revamped their protocols, investing heavily in new technologies such as GPS tracking, advanced alarm systems, and bulletproof vehicles. The aftermath of the robbery brought about a shakeup within law enforcement agencies as well. Scotland Yard's reputation took a severe blow due to high-profile resignations and the mishandling of crucial evidence. The botched investigation raised questions about police competence and integrity, leading to widespread reforms in the force. The Brinksmat robbery marked a turning point for organized crime in Britain too. Criminal organizations saw the potential profits from gold smuggling and money laundering. This led to an increase in violent crimes related to these illicit activities, fueling a vicious cycle of corruption and destruction that continues to haunt the nation. The stolen Brinksmat gold has never been fully recovered, and its trail remains shrouded in mystery. As we continue to unravel the intricate web spun by this infamous robbery, one thing is clear. The consequences of the Brinksmat heist will forever be etched in the history of the UK's gold market, security industry, and law enforcement. The Brinksmat Gold's disappearing act has left a trail of unanswered questions, leading to numerous theories about its ultimate fate. One prominent theory revolves around the underworld's most notorious figures who were never brought to justice. Among them is Kenneth Noye, a seasoned criminal with an extensive history of gold smuggling. In 1986, just a year after the robbery, Noye was convicted for his role in laundering some of the stolen gold bullion, but the whereabouts of the bulk of the loot remains unknown. Another intriguing theory points to the involvement of international criminal organizations. The Brinksmat heist occurred during a time when the Iron Curtain was beginning to lift, creating an opportunity for lucrative black market deals with Eastern European countries desperate for hard currency. It is plausible that some or all of the gold ended up in the hands of these groups, who then melted it down and sold it on the open market, making it nearly impossible to trace. A more speculative theory posits that the stolen gold could have been used to finance covert operations by intelligence agencies. During the 1980s, both the British MI6 and the American CIA were known to be involved in various clandestine activities worldwide. It is possible that they may have seen an opportunity to secretly acquire a valuable commodity like gold without leaving a traceable paper trail. While this theory remains unproven, it offers a tantalizing glimpse into the shadowy world of international espionage and intrigue. In the end, the truth behind the missing Brinksmat gold may never come to light. But as investigative journalists, it is our duty to continue probing these mysteries, shedding light on the murky corners of financial history, and holding those in power accountable for their actions. The Brinksmat heist serves as a stark reminder that the allure of gold can lead to destruction and chaos, leaving behind a legacy of pain and suffering that continues to haunt the nation. 30 years have passed since the Brinksmat robbery, yet its impact continues to ripple through the financial world, a chilling reminder of the curse that gold can carry. The heist itself was an audacious act, but it is the trail of violence, corruption, and mystery that followed that truly cements its place in history as one of Britain's most notorious unsolved crimes. 6 men were jailed for their role in the robbery. However, the mastermind behind this plot remains unknown, lurking in the shadows of financial history. The $26 million worth of gold bullion stolen has never been recovered, and investigators believe it was laundered through a complex web of shell companies, anonymous bank accounts, and clandestine property deals. The Brinksmat robbery marked a turning point in organized crime, as law enforcement agencies around the world began to recognize the intricate connections between seemingly disparate criminal organizations and the legitimate global financial system. This realization led to an increased focus on anti-money laundering regulations and the establishment of international cooperation to combat financial crimes. But for those directly affected by the robbery, justice has yet to be served. Families of the victims still grieve their loved ones who lost their lives in the violent aftermath of the heist. The physical and emotional scars remain, a testament to the brutal consequences of this crime. As investigative journalists, it is our responsibility to continue uncovering the truth behind financial crimes like the Brinksmat robbery, ensuring that the victims are not forgotten and those responsible are held accountable. The gold may have disappeared without a trace, but its legacy serves as a cautionary tale for future generations. The pursuit of wealth and power can be a seductive force, luring even the most unsuspecting individuals into a world of deceit and destruction. The Brinksmat robbery is a stark reminder that greed has its price, leaving behind a trail of broken lives and shattered dreams in its wake. In the end, we are left with more questions than answers. Who was the true mastermind behind the heist? Where did the gold end up? And perhaps most importantly, what can be done to prevent similar crimes from happening in the future? The Brinksmat robbery may never be fully solved, but its legacy will continue to haunt us, a constant reminder of the consequences of unchecked greed and the importance of financial transparency. As we venture further down the money trail, let us not forget the lessons learned from this cautionary tale and strive for a more just and accountable financial system for all.